Welcome to another edition of Inside Life, where we have exclusive communications and discussions and every other thing about special people from across the country, across the city, and at large across the world. Today on the show, we have a very, very special guest. He needs no introduction. His name precedes him. His work precedes him. His music precedes him. You might know him as Blackface Naija. His name is Amedu Augustine.
Yes.
Black.
Mr. BIO NRC.
Welcome to...
Good to have me.
Welcome
man.
home.
Good to be on this.
You know, we have come a long way. We have come a long way.
We surely have.
30?
Yeah, like 30, 31 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. Since the days of IMT.
Right.
And I see you doing big things. Congratulations,
and
my
likewise, I love how you're looking.
Yeah, you too, bro.
So, introduce yourself the way you want people to perceive you.
Well, for those that don't know me, my real names are Amedu Augustine. And as a singer, I have a stage name we call Blackface Naija. And I used to be a member of, I'm still a member though. I used to be a part of...
Sorry, before you proceed. It used to be Blackface. So come from that Blackface story before it became Blackface Naija.
Blackface Naija.
Yes.
Yeah, so many people were wearing blackface. And I wanted to be recognized and remembered as the blackface from Nigeria. So if I added Naija to my name, that would make it sound good. So I was like, okay, well, not just blackface, where there are several imposters. Let me just have Blackface Naija, which I will be the only one bearing the name. And that's the reason why I decided to add Naija to my name. Because I love my country so much, and my country people. So I wanted to rep for my people and say, I'm repping for Naija. So it's Blackface Naija. Hate it or love it, that's
Blackface Naija. So I hope there are no lawsuits, because I know some other people that had name changes and from common sense to common and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I know they had lawsuits, they had court things and all stuff. Yeah. They wrote him and they said, listen, stop using this name. If not, ... you know.
Maybe there was a common before.
That's what I'm saying. The people that were common sense.
They were
common sense.
Oh, so you say common didn't have that?
No, so they had to take out the sense and he became common. So I hope that's not what happened with you.
It's just totally different from mine.
So you were going on with your introduction, please.
Yeah, so Blackface Naija, and people know me as the leader of the band Plantation Boys. You know, I started the band from way back, from when I was in school in IMT in Enugu, where I met you, where I met Easy Chi, where I met Don Hill. I met several people, and these people are just musically inclined and creative people, and they're still doing their creative work till date. So me, I've been doing what I've been doing since the time I started, and I'm still on my biz, still doing what I know, or what my passion drives, how my passion drives me, which is making music and trying to impact people's life one way or the other. You know, that's just my...
Blackface Naija, you have done this so long. So I'm going to ask you some pertinent questions about the music.
Okay.
Some intricate questions. Okay, so I'll start with, what is missing in the Nigerian music scene? Is it enough that we have this global attention that our music is making? Do you feel there's something missing, or you feel we have picked that we are where we are supposed to be, where we are planned to be, because it's easy for people to throw us out there and be like, yeah, we're running things and all that. So is there something missing with this global attention we're having currently?
Well, there's some things missing.
Talk to us about that.
And the first thing is that the attention is good, because once there's attention on you, it is going to put you on the spotlight to do good or show that you're doing bad. Because you can be praised from your vicinity, and when they compare your works with people's outside, they find out that either you're jacking off them and you're not being creative, or you are still way below par from how the level and the standard of music making, music writing, music production should be. You know, so I feel like we still have some gaps to fill And there are several people that have tried to fill these gaps, but you know, it's not that easy for people to just come out and bridge this gap because the real musicians are not heard. And the real writers and singers are not being patronized. So you're going to have an industry that is shaky. You'll be like, are we good enough? Can we really make it? Because you're having people that really don't.
When you say they're not patronized, how do you mean? Shed some more light.
Yeah, like the real artists. The real
artists.
artists are not being patronized. The real artists are not on the social media like they should. You know, because music is a kind of profession where you stay away from the regular, you stay away from the crowd. If the media is the social media is a crowd, the real artists who don't want to be in that crowd. They just want to go somewhere, stay away, don't get caught up with the distraction of what somebody might be telling you or what somebody's not telling you. So the real artists really don't, you know, but people like us be like, I know I'm a real artist, but I don't want to let that hit me. I will still be in that media space and I will still tell them, yo,
chart your course.
Check my stuff out. I think I got what the industry is missing. And that's the reason why many of them have to come to my catalog to look for what to take to create.
Okay, let me come from this angle. You know, recently major labels are coming to Nigeria, right, and setting up shop and stuff. Okay. And more recently, we're talking about the Universals, the Warner Brothers, Atlantic Records, and all the major labels, right? And recently there was a deal that went through. You know, they invested 200 million in the record label in Nigeria. What's your take on such a combination, such a collaboration, or such an investment? What do you think about that? Do you think that the West might be colonizing Afrobeats? Let me put it like that. Or make it theirs and stuff. What are your thoughts? Because this has come from several quarters.
Well, you know, where there's a fallow land, people tend to, you know, try to look to that side. And our industry is like a fallow land right now, just trying to grow. And we have the populace. And, you know, so these people have seen it that the industry has developed to a level that people are really ready to patronize what the artists are doing. So if it's a fallow land and it's a virgin land, they're definitely going to be thinking about trying to invest in the sector. If the government is not giving the small record labels grants and giving small record labels, you know,
or even investing themselves.
You know, if they're not doing that for the people, they're going to see that there's a space here.
Room.
And then they can come with their own orientation and with their own plan. You know, I listened to some big artists who used to sing about liquor, who used to sing about different things. But these people really don't do those liquors. They don't drink and they don't smoke. But they're the ones writing, making music about drinking and about smoking. And when you find out that they don't do these things, it tells you that the labels are probably telling them what to rap or sing about. So if they are coming to invest, I hope they're not going to be telling our people what to sing about, because our people have their own pain and their own plight and their own direction that they should be independent to create. But if they come in and they support the movement and support the heritage of the people, they will understand what I'm saying. But if they are here to make people buy into their own product or buy into their alcohol, buy into their drugs, buy into their stuffs, then they will have the artists in Nigeria or wherever they invest in to promote those things for them. And that's my only fear. Because if these labels are big and independent enough, they'll be able to say, this is what we want from our artists, regardless of who is paying the piper. You understand? So that's just my own take. It's a welcome development, but the artist and the label have to stay on their feet and stay strong on their aims and obligation to give entertainment to the people and educate the society.
How many artists actually know that?
Well, it's the label's responsibility to pass that to the young artists who are growing up.
When you're on the right label.
right label.
Okay,
that's
so
like Loud House
so-
Entertainment.
so-
Come to Loud House.
So there's a conversation, ongoing conversation about what Nigerian music is called across board. So everything is being collapsed unconsciously into
Okay.
Afrobeats. Everybody's calling, our music Afrobeats. What are your thoughts? Should we care about what the music is called, or should we be focused on the substance, on the content?
Well, I
because
believe-
right now, we see people. Anyone gets an opportunity, they give their music a name. They fuse all sorts of things. So in a week, you would hear 10, 15 different genres of music. But in the long scheme of things outside, were called Afrobeats.
Wow.
What do you think about that?
Well, I said this before when I went to one interview and they were talking about Afrobeat. And I was like, the music that people are making these days is not Afrobeat. Like most of the people are making these days is not Afrobeat. But they're using the name Afrobeat to sell it. They're just trying to sell the music by using the name Afrobeat. And then when you go back to how far Afrobeat has come, you get to realize how authentic these guys that have been doing Afrobeat before, these legends like Fela Kuti, Kola Ogunkoya, you have all those people that are Afrobeat artists. You will now see their originality and how they've come. Now, since the new guys didn't come with no originality, they had to take the name Afrobeat and put it as their own for people to
Let's
stem it.
remember to separate it. There's Afrobeat and
Well,
there's Afrobeats with the S.
Okay, if we
I'm trying to clear
Yeah, I'm
on
with
what
you.
you're breaking down,
Yeah.
so that people that are listening will understand that there's a line.
Yeah, of course, there's a line, and
Go-
the music itself
go ahead.
separates it. The sound of the music,
Oh, yes.
separates the genre.
Correct.
Aside, you cannot be singing a song and you're what song will I use, and you're telling it Afrobeat. You don't just do that, but it's because they want to cash in. It's just like somebody say you want to sell a Peugeot, and Peugeot is not selling anymore. Maybe a Mercedes is more in vogue, and you turn your car Mercedes
emblem on it.
just because you want to sell it. And that's not right.
I see what you're saying.
And that's not right. And that's why I'm saying that stick to your genre, stick to what you know how to
Be
do
proud
best.
of what you're bringing.
Of course, you don't have to go following other people because that's what they know how to do best. So you now want to join in the greats and water down their music. No,
painful.
We have to. That has to be some Watergate case or something.
So when you came in,
Yeah.
what was the music called at the time, and what was the music on the scene? And talk a bit about
Yeah,
that.
when we came in, basically there was really no particular genre that was like, because there was rap music was also in vogue. There was reggae music, rap music because of Felix Amozis and Junior and Pretty and all those people.
Mode 9 at the time.
Mode 9, yeah, Mode 9.
You
hadn't
yourself.
really- yeah, but I'm talking before we came.
Okay, before
We
okay.
came. So we
okay.
had those. There were different genre. There was Raskimono with his reggae. There was Magic Fashek with his own reggae and his own style. There was Abami Eda with his Afrobeat. There were different people with different genres. So we didn't have to say. There was no reason to stigmatize all Nigerian music as one.
Yes.
Don't forget, when you go to the East, you're going to see the likes of them, Oliver the Coke, and
Correct.
Sadebe. They
Correct.
were not doing Afrobeat, but they were making high life music. Just like everybody tell me Nigerian music not to be high life music. How would that sound?
Exactly.
When I'm rapping, Kini big deal, Mini big deal. I'm cruising through the hood with big wheels. Is that Afrobeat or high life? I'm doing rap music. So there's rap, there's Afrobeat, there's R&B, there's dancehall, there's reggae, there's different genres. So I don't feel good when they try to term all Nigerian artists as Afrobeat artists. They don't even make Afrobeat.
It's sad. So at the point that you came into the game, so let's backtrack
Okay.
a few years back. When did you decide that it was music for you? I'm not talking Plantation Boys now.
Yeah,
I'm talking
before then.
pre-Plantation Boys.
Yeah.
Then tell us the Plantation Boy story and how it went. So when did you
Yeah.
decide that, listen, it's music?
Yeah, I decided it was music from when I was going to, when I went to Shevu nightclub.
Where's that?
Shevu nightclub. Shevu is in Onisha.
Really?
Yes, Shevu nightclub.
When was this?
Shevu, that was like in 1980. That should be 1989, 88,
Damn.
around that time,
Wow,
that
okay.
period. Very, very long.
Okay.
And then while I was in school, I used to go to, Enugu, go there, perform, come. Even in school, we used to go to all this normal inter-house or inter whatever.
The school sports.
And we go and make music
perform.
and all of that,
Correct.
So I started saying that, man, if people like my music that much, so why don't I take it serious? And so I decided to take it serious from that time. And when I also decided to take it serious was when I started going to Rap City jams. And with the microphone out, we could rap for hours. I found out that, man,
Please explain what Rap City Jams is.
well, for those that don't know, I know you know Rap City, but there are people that don't know Rap City Jams. Rap City Jams was a store, a musical store that was in Enugu, and there we all used to go there. And from DOH, definition of hip hop, to adding to
NRS,
Corporate G,
Nigeria Rap
and
Syndicate.
everybody, we used to go there. It was a place where we all used to rap and pass the mic. So then I was like, man, I think I can keep doing this, because what am I going to do again? And I just fell in love with music, and so many people being involved. It was really, really nice, because my friends there, they really gave me encouragement. Yo, I like your rap, I like your flows. And I was like, yeah, and that was how I built my courage from, to say I want to take it as a professional job. And that's what I'm still doing till today.
So from that time, segue into Plantation Boys, how did that begin to take shape?
Yeah, I had to leave school. We left school. I left school because I finished my ND, and I didn't want to wait another year. It was like I'd waited like 2 years with a strike.
And you had taken this decision?
Yes, I'd taken the decision, and I was like, man, I'm not going to do this school anymore. I'm just going to go straight to Lagos, where they say
dreams.
that's where the
City of Dreams.
Yeah, and I was going, and then I had my friend who was with me then, Mr. Innocent, So I was like, man, I'm going to Lagos though, and it was like he's going to come with me. I was like, well, if you want to come, it's cool. I just need to finish one or two things, and so we came to Lagos and started the journey as a band, Plantation Boys, and as Plantation Boys, we made some records. We made like our first single was a smash. Our first album was a smash. At least we changed the mindset of the Nigerians, thinking they can't make that international sound. Although there have been people before us trying to do it, respect to them. I'm not trying to downplay their effort. But I know that the moment I came in the game, I know what I brought in, because I've been prepared for me to bring my contribution in. And it wasn't like I was just caught up, I was surprised about it. No, I knew. So that's the reason why when they give shower praises, I'm like, no, I know where I'm going. I don't really take it to heart. Like, yeah, maybe they felt I was too pompous because of that, but they don't know that. You have what you are striving for and all of that. So the Plantation Boys started. I made Face to join the band, and we became a trio. We made some records, and we parted ways. Some people went to different record labels. Just like
Talking about different record labels, do you remember that time I think it was Christmas, you were in Enugu with your brother, Innocent, one other person. You had was it a Supra?
Yeah, my Supra. We had a problem with my car on the road.
No. You guys were in Enugu at that time. You were talking, that was the first time you talked about leaving Dove. Was it Dove?
Yeah.
So you talked about leaving Dove, and that when you get back, you were going to shop for new labels and stuff.
Yes.
At the time, Dome Workers was in Enugu. We had a meeting in Jerry at Chris's house. If Dome had tried to make you an offer, would you have taken it?
I don't know, depending on what the contract would have stated then. But then, when you're ambitious, you're just looking for that headway. you know, and it's good for you to be sought after when you're already aware of who you are. Because sometimes you might not be aware of who
It gives
you
you
are.
a negotiating power.
Yes, because then you can negotiate. But then there wasn't really total cohesion about what we really wanted to do, because there were individual preferences. Some persons wanted to be on the label. I wanted to be independent. I wanted to be independent, like start up my own label, start up my own publishing house. I wanted that. But I couldn't do that with the beginning. I had to, first of all, be able to work with some other persons, learn the process, learn how this thing works. So that's why I was open to working with anybody. But not just anybody, because I turned some people down to work with them, you know. And
Can you divulge one of those people?
no, everybody knows. It's not like it's, you know, they offered me their contract, but I didn't accept, you know. And like Kenny's Music offered me their contract, I didn't accept, because I was the witness to Tenny Tutila's contract. And I told Tutila that if it was me, I wouldn't be signing this contract. But I was his witness on the contract. But he wanted to come out, so let him go out. Yeah, do it. Even though I wrote some songs for him then, it's okay. But let him come out.
It's his choice.
So I had to let that go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, personal question. Your relationship with Innocent, right, is well documented. Everybody knows, right?
I was documented like did a movie about it or something.
Because it's been online. It's been
okay. The media
the whole back
talks.
and forth.
Yeah.
And so one other name that has featured in the story is Efeomorbe, right? So it was recently said that they split up. Efe used to manage Innocent, right?
Yeah, I heard
they split
so.
up. Do you have any thoughts on their working relationship and how it concerns you?
Well, I made my views very, very open and clear the moment I heard that news. I said, I hope he left my Let Somebody Love You behind.
Really?
Yeah, because he put his name on my song as a writer.
No, but I thought that had been squashed.
Nothing been
when
squashed.
there was we
had that, but they
mediation.
didn't go all the way to finish what the mediators said they should do. They left it, they abandoned it.
So what are you doing about that?
I've not done anything yet. I'm still waiting for them to get their senses together. And I'm still waiting.
Because I know you both were in courts, you had your lawyer.
Yeah, they
he had his
decided to
lawyer.
settle out of court.
Then, yes, I know about that meeting.
Yeah.
So what, are you able to speak about that meeting? Because I know NDAs were passed. Are you able to speak about it?
Well, there's nothing to hide about it. It's just
Okay.
the fact that they didn't go to the extent that they were supposed to do.
What was said
give
at the
me
meeting.
credit for what my works were.
And it was agreed upon.
Yes. But they've not done that.
From then till now.
I did
How
not
long?
know
How
that.
long has that been?
That's been some time. That's been some time.
2-3 years.
Yes, that's been about 2-3 years. And I'm still patient. Still waiting for them to wake up in the morning and say, I'm supposed to do the right thing. I don't
So,
really,
so the question now that,
you know.
that this poses for me is, being that they agreed at the mediation to do the needful,
Yeah.
it's a rhetoric. Why all the hula balu all these years? It's been set up that you didn't know what you were saying, that it wasn't, you
Yeah,
didn't like the music.
why
Why did all that happen?
They only just try to discredit me. They only just try to discredit me and discredit my personality and put me down like I'm not somebody they should be listening to. You know, that was all they tried to do.
Why do you think they would want to do something like that?
Why would they want to try to do something like that? They should try to do something like that because
It's like taking out competition, quote and unquote,
of
right?
course. So most of the niggas don't want no competition. See me when they play my video for television. You know, it's competition. And they're not ready for the competition.
Right. Okay, so do you feel misunderstood by sections of the audience? Because I'm asking this coming from Hard Life, smash hit.
Yeah.
I'm coming from Ahead of the Game, smash hit.
Yeah.
So how does the things that happened around that period differ from now? Do you feel the audience, let me ask it again, do you feel the audience misunderstands you? And if so, why?
Well, I don't think it's the audience that misunderstands me. I don't think it's the audience. I think it's a set of people with their agenda trying to make it seem like the audience don't like my music. So that they can have a reason to downplay me when they are on the table with entrepreneurs and investors. That's just the reason. It's not because I'm a bad guy. It's not because I'm
You look like a bad guy, though.
No, I may look like a bad guy, you know?
Yeah.
But inside, I'm that guy to make it happen.
Like Eclairs, right?
I'm that guy. Just say, what's the issue? That's the reason why you can see me doing the Plantation Boys project on my own. Because I'm that guy to make it still happen.
I was going to
regardless of whether
that.
there's sponsorship or there's no sponsorship. When I came to the game, there was no money for Plantation Boys. We didn't have any money. I kept on the program. I kept on the process. I believed in the process. And I kept telling them, believe the process. Until the process paid out when we went to the Rothman's Groove and we were able to have money to record our debut album. If I didn't believe in the process, I won't be here today. I won't be here today.
I remember Rothman's Groove.
Yes.
97, 98?
Yes.
You guys were big at the time.
We were big because the sound was big. We were nobody.
Oh my goodness.
We were nobody.
The
Nobody
music
knew
was
us. But
massive.
the moment you heard us on stage, we were sounding like Drew Hill or like New
International.
Edition. Yeah, because the standard was not all about where we were, but what was upstairs. It wasn't ever about
the music.
But the music. So that's the reason why people see us that way. We didn't have an album out, but we were big. We didn't have a private house of our own. We were squatting with people, but we're big. We were having people come to our house to come and visit us. Plenty people. We didn't have our own personal car or bus to convey all of us, but we were big. Why were we big? It was because of the work we put in. And the people loved the work. So they regard us as our work. So you are as big as your work. You're not as big as how much money you think you have in your bank from last year. You're as big as your presence
What you're doing
now.
Currently.
And that's how the people took to us. And they really respected our craft. And they saw the vision about where we were going. And they respected us for that. You know, while they were respecting us, until people got to realize that the more they are respecting these people, that guy, we have to make sure nobody talks anything about him. And that was how they started targeting me.
Again, I'll ask why.
As then, yeah, because they don't want no competition, bros. They don't want no competition.
You were actually ahead of the game at the time.
I told them I was ahead of the game in 2005. I told them I was ahead of the game in 2005. And I was even asked to take that song down, and I refused to take it down.
Whoa, please speak on that.
Yeah, I was asked to take it down. I was asked to take it down. I was actually approached. Take the music down.
By whom?
I was approached by the owner of Hip TV.
Okay.
I was approached by him
why-
in Abuja. I was not approached in Lagos. I was approached in Abuja. Like they traveled to Abuja to meet me in Abuja.
Why would he ask you to do that?
Because the damn hip hop world, me to check my profile, say me better than the let them me got myself signed. Mediocre, time to resign. I knew they'd be mediocre since 2005. They'd be mediocre. So they took my awards that I thought I was supposed to get. Best album was supposed to be Ghetto Child for 2004. Or best single was supposed to be Hard Life. Or best collaboration was supposed to be The Pain Me, Man and Spicy Rock Steady. Those were supposed to be the awards given to us for the work we put in.
Because those songs were big at the time. They were the
But
biggest
they
songs
gave
that
it
year.
to other people because we were not part of the people that they want to promote. That's what I feel. I may be wrong, but that's what I feel. And that's the reason why it propelled me into being, I know you people have your plans about me, but no problem. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll see who's going to last long in this game. Because they say, I'm nothing without the press. The beginning will be the press, and the ending will be the press. I said it's a lie. The press can't press me.
I like the sound of that.
That's what I told them. I said the press can't press me. And this is me 2023, 24. I'm still here, bros. The press have tried to press me for how long? Go to my Facebook page. They're out there. What are they doing there? Just talking about me wrongly. I wear my suit. Oh, this your suit is too hot. Why don't you wear a suit? Do you know the car I drive if I have so much AC in my car? Oh, this your glasses. Why don't you change it? It's my glasses. Oh, you should, because they always say that once they want to cancel you, they always have a reason to complain. And they send people to your page and to complain and complain and complain. Even if
I've heard that thing, right? That people are actually engaged to sit in a room
and do that
and type.
Yes.
Either to promote a song or promote
person,
an agenda or a person,
yes,
or to take or discredit.
Yes.
I've heard that.
Yes, they do that. And I got songs for this. Wait till I release it. But I have a line that I said, I've been a victim of it. So many times they try to take my peace. Some of them wish make a RIP, trying to separate me from my family. But I kept my head up, I stood strong. Court cases for what I know not. Eviction from houses I paid for. Deleting my works from my catalogs. But now, fake friends with them evil agenda. And when you die, then go post you for media. But now them be the architect. The fit even sponsor your burial. So these people are there. They are there with envy and hate. They are there just looking at you like you can't be more than them. You shouldn't go further than where they go. You shouldn't set a standard more than what they have done. The moment you're setting a standard that is more than anything they've achieved or tried to do in their life, you are a problem for them. They're going to always get at you to tell you to stop what you're doing.
I can relate, totally.
So I tell them they shouldn't play that.
I can relate.
I'm not going to listen.
So talk to me about Chibuzo. I love Chibuzo.
Chibuzo,
how did he get onto the Plantation Boys? How did he get in? And just tell me the Chibuzo story.
Chibuzo, I virtually I heard him. You know, we actually went for.
Why did you feel you needed a third member?
Harmonies. Harmonies.
The more the merrier, right?
The more the merrier, bros.
Correct.
And we had gone to Ray Power. So shout out to Ray Power. We had gone to Ray Power to go and do 10th anniversary for Ray Power. So when we got there, we met Kenny Ogungwe. And Kenny was like, you guys should do a jingle. It's Ray Power's 10th anniversary. I was like, okay. We went to the studio, the additional studio.
Right there?
Yet, right there. And Byron and Park. So, Ray Power history is our 3rd anniversary. Ray Power history, and it's going down in the history. Ray Power history. It's a 3rd anniversary. And that's how we wrote the jingle for Ray Power. And then FaZe heard it on the radio.
Okay.
And then he came to the house in Festa. I heard what I heard, I love it. I'm like, wow, well, thank you. And he was like, he sings too, blah, 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 blah. Like I said, I'm that guy.
Yes, you are.
So I said, come. You say you make music, let's go listen. And then we left the house. He was singing for me. And I found out he really has skills.
Oh, yeah.
And I told my friend, my partner then, that this guy has skills, Benny. That harmony would talk. I said, this guy not get the harmony. We made this guy for joy. That was how the conversation to bring FaZe into the picture started. And then I took him to the karaoke competition at, what's it called? Ademola Tokumbo or something. Something. VI.
Yes.
I paid for his fees to compete. Only that they didn't know that I had plans to make him a plantation boy. So we went there, we won the money.
Really?
We wonder who's going to win FaZe.
Oh, true.
Nobody's going to win him.
True.
I already, in short, when FaZe was singing, it was Backstreet Boys, because Backstreet Boys was hot. You know, I don't know who you are, where you're from, as long as you love me. When FaZe sang, they said it's a lie. The karaoke is not off. That the voice of the person that sang the song is the one that is still singing.
What did they do? They
put it up and I told them to do a cappella. That's the only way out. They should off the music, let the guy sing live. And he sang live and they believed.
You know what intrigues me with FaZe is he hits Mariah Carey notes.
No, the boy is good. I just say there's one thing about FaZe. I wish he can understand, come to realization that you are who you are and you are who you aspire to be. You're not who people tell you to be, but you are who you want to be. So you have the skills, you have the talents, you have the looks, you have all the projections, you have people around you to push you, you have me. So what's the problem?
What if who you say you are is not positive and is not enough?
Then you have to
See,
believe
that's a
in
problem.
people. You have to believe in, because sometimes
The person that believed to
in
take
you, the person that believes in you will tell you you
Correct.
can do it.
Correct.
And that's the encouragement. You know, like I said, I like to be a football coach someday.
You're one of those people.
I'm one of them. Trust me. I'm like Alonso. See, Alonso went undefeated in his whole league. That's the kind of coach I like to be. Or maybe train a boxer. I'm that guy. I can't do it. Like, I know it's at the back of my head. All I have to do is, what is our obstacle? What are we up against? And how do we beat that? Then we go. We plan it. We discuss it for hours, days. We come to a solution. We move towards the...
Where's Face right now?
I wouldn't know. Maybe he's in Abuja or he's in Lagos.
Does he have new music?
I don't think he has any single out yet. Maybe he's working on some. You know, he should be working on
Because
some
I know
because his fans are really...
we heard
Even
recently.
me, I'm waiting to hear from him. And, you know, just like I'm waiting to hear from Two-Face as well. I'm waiting to hear from them. New music, because they should keep stirring up the industry and not have to feel like they've given...
No, but you said you're
giving-
waiting for Two-Face as well. I hear,
Yeah, for
I hear
music.
he's not too healthy right now, so you can't be expecting too much from him.
Well, I don't know about his health, but I believe that as long as you can talk, as long as you can talk,
It's not that easy as you say.
yeah, but I believe, because that's the reason why I went into this music. First of all, I closed my eyes. I said, let me see, how far can I go? I thought to the back of my head, how far can I go? If I can sing, can I talk? Of course I can talk. I got the power. Not the beat too, I got the power, bro. Just say only one phrase. It's music, isn't it?
True.
It's what's
It was
delayed.
talking actually.
Whatever you do is still cool. Let's just feel the rhythm. You don't have to be the same artist, you can evolve.
Correct.
You don't have to stay the same. So I'm still expecting, because I don't expect them to be giving up right now when I'm just getting warmed up. I'm just getting ready to start.
I hear that.
You understand
I hear
what I'm
that.
saying?
So something came to mind. You remember there was a time, there was a serious thing about you guys getting a reunion. This was many years ago.
Yeah, some 2
And
years ago.
there was so much investment in it.
Yeah,
Three of you agreed, and that was the height also of the whole hula baloo.
Yeah.
What happened? Because the fans were waiting, and it seemed like an endless one at the end of the day.
I will apologize to the fans for that. Like, let me take full responsibility for it not happening. Because I believe if I'd made some other moves, maybe look for some other investors, or maybe I would have made it happen myself without waiting for an investor. But be that as it may, some people can decide to sponsor. Don't forget that there was a Take It Tom that wanted to sponsor the project from the beginning. It was,
So it was before I Take It Home.
Yeah,
I'm
even-
talking about
okay, Donald Duke. They thought about Donald Duke
no,
one time.
before Duke.
So I can't remember.
The marketer.
The marketer that was
Tijo? Was it Tijo?
Tijo actually did the Plan B album. Tijo was the person that sponsored the Plan B album.
Yes, but
The Plan B album was
reunion-
30 million, but they paid us 15 million. Tijo is on the road. He has about 15 million. He should bring it. Since then, he
How
hasn't
long
given us
ago-
our money. That's
how long
like
ago
since
was
that
this?
album came out, he still has our money. And so Tijo was the only person that invested that kind of money on the band. And we're able to go to the studio and all of that. But then, you know, you can have a kind of investment. With investment comes commitment.
Correct.
If there's no commitment to an investment, it's a total waste for the investor. And no investor wants to go through that. And I think that's what Tijo went through, and that's the reason why he didn't worry. He just straight up went to P Square straight, and he went to get us. They do me. Abroad, he shot the video, bam, history. I know he made more money
Because
to
there was
cover.
no
I know he made
commitment.
more money from P Square to cover for the Plantation Boys' loss or anything that happened during that period. Yes, because he invested, bro.
So where was the non-committance coming from? Was it from you, the artist, or was it from him after he
It
paid?
was from we, the artists. It was from the artists who were not committed to going to the studio. Some wanted to be in the comfort of their hotel room, making music. So I wanted to lie down and have microphone brought down, they'd be sleeping and they'd be singing. You know, say now they run the show, you know, those kind of things. But you got to go where the game is. You can't just, you know, so they didn't want that. And TJ felt like, that's why the album, the Plantation Boys' last album, Plan B, was released when it was not yet totally finally mixed and finished. But the investor has the rights. But the right reversed to us after some time. Right now, Plantation Boys have the right. And I am the plantation. So I have the right.
So is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because the 15 million is not coming.
It's not coming. Because it's not coming.
Because the project didn't finish.
The project didn't finish, and the person might have his reasons to say. But then since he released the album, he's still indebted to the band. True. Regardless of sales or no sales.
Or if it was finished or not.
If it was finished or not. Because he shouldn't release it if it was not finished.
Correct.
Exactly. But he had his way, he has his own way of why he did what he did.
So why didn't you follow through? Why didn't the group, and when I say you, I mean the group, why didn't you follow through with the people that wanted to invest? You know, the Duke, the Ateke Tom. How did that play out?
Ateke couldn't continue because the band was not together. Some persons didn't want the project to happen. So we're giving excuses. They don't want to be around. Some were like they want to travel. So we're just giving unnecessary excuses. That was not necessary. So the people that were trying to invest had to be discouraged. Like Ochacho was discouraged, I believe so. You know, so they just be discouraged and they'd be like, man, I don't think these people are together. But then the plantation is working regardless. And I'm going to put the album out.
So what's happening with the plantation right now? Because I know there's new music out. New music been out for a while.
Yes, some new music coming again.
What's the plan for the Plantation Boys?
Well, the plan for the Plantation Boys is the name is going to stay, but there'll be features. Different people will come and feature for the band and go. If you write for the band, you get your royalties. If you feature on the song with the band, you know how that pans out. You get the shows, you get paid, you go to Sound Exchange, you register, you get all those things, you register, you get your money to yourself. So, but if you don't want to participate, you can stay in the comfort of your zone. Then let the people that want to take the name to the next level, take it to the next level. Buhari was president last dispensation. He's not president this dispensation. There have to be continuity. So it doesn't mean that the members of the band must stay in the band. If they don't want to stay in the band, they can't go.
You know, you remind me of my brother, my friend's speech from Arrested Development. I always like to use him as an example. You know, remember Arrested Development from back in the day?
Yeah.
Mr. Wendo. Everyday People.
I wrote a song one of their beats.
Arrested Development are still here. So Baba Oje died, 2 other members left, Speech added new members, and the group continues.
Exactly. But Nigerians are finding it difficult to understand that I can add new members. If the other members die or they don't want to...
It's a Nigerians thing.
It's a Nigeria thing. It's not
I
like...
think some people...
See, understanding come late to us. Let's be honest. The things that come out in the Western world come to us late. When did we get cell phones, for God's sake? Came to us late.
Don't forget that our GSM is ahead of theirs. They still use flip phones. They still use black and white.
No,
they still use
all those old phones. The phones are
we were ahead of them.
But I'm talking about
the network.
The network. We got it late. People were using Turaya in Nigeria here and forming big boys when everybody would have had flip phones. So why was that? What was supposed to be? We're not supposed to be on the same pedestal. Everybody equal.
True.
So some of these things don't come to us for us to have general knowledge. So it takes some time. So few people get the knowledge. Before they can pass it to the rest of the people, the harm is already done. So that's where the media has to help in sanitizing the society and send information to the society on time for them to be aware.
Positive information, good information, helpful information,
which
is what we do here at Souk News.
You guys are doing a great job.
And the Isle 104.9 FM. That's what we do.
You guys are doing a great job, man. Shout out. You guys, media is the best, man. Perfect.
Right.
Man, you guys blow my mind when I came here. I won't bring my employment letter when I give you a job. But I said that the Oga chair won't sit down. I don't want to get a job for another place. So. The Oga chair won't sit down. That chair, I love that chair. You see that chair? See the view? Can't tell it.
So talk to that young man, that young girl that wants to make music for a living in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Talk to her.
Yeah.
As a record label owner, as a producer of music,
Yeah.
as someone that has done
Yeah.
almost
Yeah.
40 years,
Yeah.
30, 35 years in the
Yeah.
biz.
Yeah.
Talk to that person.
The first thing you have to understand about your music is stay dedicated to your craft. If you believe your craft is what you're going to use to, you know, survive and take care of your bills, family, and dependent relatives, you have to concentrate on your craft. There are several people that say they want to make music today. They wake up in the morning, the first thing they do is they're going to do one petty job outside. Then they go do a petty job, they come back, they would have had some misunderstanding from the petty job is affecting their mental. They can't think straight. It's going to affect your music. So music is a total commitment job. Music is not a part-time. And to be a singer, you have to be educated. You have to read. Because you need your similes to write your verses. You need your metaphors to write your raps. You need all the things that encompass an English language. Unless you want to rap in your own particular language or sing in your language. You study your own language and learn how the language works and master it to put it to your craft. And then copying somebody else's work is the first thing I'll tell you. You can't do that. You know, I know when we started, we did Plantation Boys, but that was because we were trying to introduce ourselves.
That was the first thing, yes.
First thing, because it was the beginning. So that beginning, we have to introduce ourselves. And we chose the name that is Plantation Boys.
Title of the song.
We had to just sing Plantation Boys because the song actually was Plantation Boy by Bonnie M. So if you see the credits we gave, it was originally done by Bonnie M.
And you gave credit on the CD.
Is there originally by Bonnie M. But then there was no cover. You couldn't do a cover of somebody's song without getting permission. But Bonnie M was far from Nigeria. We just had to just say originally by Bonnie
That's the
M.
credit. That's the way to
so
go.
do what you got to do. Stay original. Be creative. Hang out with the right pairs. Don't go with pairs that all they do is teach you how to smoke, drink, and do things that are just bad for your health. You're gonna be 25 looking 79 if you're doing that. You're not gonna be like me. You know what I mean? So stay positive, concentrate on your music, and the rest is just gonna fall in place because people are gonna notice your work and they're gonna support you. Trust me.
Blackface Naija.
Yes.
Amedu Augustine.
Yes.
What's the middle name?
Obiabo.
Thank you for being on Inside Life, Soak News
Life.
Television, the IL 104.9.
Thank you for coming through. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Big up, Blackface Naija, signing out.
So it's the end of a special edition of Inside Life. We had Blackface Naija, Augustine Amedu on the show. My name is Ike Namba. See you same time next time.